Hi, girls!
Oh my gosh, we're so happy to have you here. Very first episode of What Daddy Didn't Teach.
Because Daddy didn't teach us much. We're working with bare bones here.
Yeah, Daddy was busy or something. I don't really know what he was doing, but I don't know, gaslighting people or something. I don't know. But we just did not know where to start. We have so much to talk about. So today we just wanted to dive into what the hot girls are doing to prepare for hot girl summer and have a hot girl year.
Have a hot girl life.
Because we gotta be hot girls all the time, you guys.
And we are.
We are.
And you are.
And we actually wanted to start off this episode by saying whether or not you think that you are a hot girl right now as you're listening to this, you are, okay? We're redefining what the hot girl is, okay? It's not what you think. What do you think they think it is? Probably
what the beauty standard that has been shoved down our throat. Like, we're not talking about, like, Kim K here. We're talking about, like, what's inside, y'all. Like, we're talking about
souls. Kim Possible.
Yeah. No, but she's beauty standards as yeah. Have you seen her waist?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it. It's literally so small.
That's the point.
It's crazy. And it's hard out here because, you know, I mean, leaving out the house and not being able to see a lot of people's waist feels a little daunting sometimes.
Yeah, it can get to you, for sure.
It can definitely get to you. So we're redefining what the hot girl is because it's long overdue.
So Peyton, definition of hot girl in 2025.
So the 2025 and so on.
And forever.
And forever and always written down. We're actually making the hot girl declaration of independence.
Oh my.
The hot girl, she's brave, she's bold. She doesn't give a flying beep what the people are thinking because she is so confident in herself. She knows her worth. She's full of love. She's kind. She compliments others. She is sweet. And she knows that no matter what people say, that she is just radiating the most beautiful energy because she's a hot girl.
And she's 100% herself. I feel like that's like the key part of being a hot girl is being 100% yourself, no matter what.
No, totally, because the hot girl understands one thing and one thing only, that she's the only single person that can be her. Wow. Like literally. Like I can't be Emma and Emma can't be me. So therefore it's our duty to be Peyton and Emma.
Right.
And that's why you need to be you. What do you think? Just kidding. I know you can't talk right now. Well, you can.
They're like,
I was actually thinking that if whatever you're doing right now, if you're driving, if you're just sitting on the couch, that you should probably stop what you're doing, maybe pause the podcast and go look in the mirror and say, introduce yourself to the new you, which is the hot girl. Be like, okay, hot girl, because it's going to take some practice. I remember like the first time, like few times I was like looking in the mirror and like really just trying to like look at my body and being like, wow, I love this body. And it felt like I was manipulating myself a little bit. Like I was like kind of gaslighting myself into like believing that I actually felt that about my body.
Yeah.
But
you're not always going to believe it at first.
No, because you won't.
Yeah.
And especially if, since, you know, however long you've been conscious about beauty standards, it's going to like take a little bit of rewiring, you know?
A lot of rewiring.
Yeah. Have you read the 4 Agreements?
Of course.
Oh my
God.
God.
Hot girls are reading the 4 Agreements.
Yes, no, literally. Because one thing that it talks about in this book is basically what an agreement is so when you like look at yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself that you're not beautiful and you choose to believe that that's true, you're like making an agreement. And every time you do that, that agreement's getting stronger and stronger. So as you're like rewiring yourself to look in that mirror and say, okay, I love every single part of me. I love my stretch marks. I love the parts of me that don't just look flat, as in like that tiny little waist that Kim Possible was influencing me to have.
No, totally.
It's a process, but as we do that, we slowly are unbreaking this agreement. So even if it doesn't feel right and real right now, it will, and you have to practice that. And the hot girls are very much so practicing that.
We're practicing. And the thing with the agreement, too, is, like, if you have an agreement with yourself, like, I am so beautiful, I am so sexy, I love myself. When somebody else says something that's against that agreement, like, oh my God, you're so ugly. Unless you're like accepting that agreement, you're not going to believe it because you're like, okay, well, that's just like literally not true.
Yeah.
And so you're like, it's like a defense against like haters.
It's like a little like, what's the
Shield,
Incredibles
force
girl? Force field.
Yeah,
I love
it really
that.
is.
The hot girls carry their force fields with them.
Yeah.
No, I love that because literally when I was in 7th grade, the hottest boy in like the whole school district, who, mind you, now is literally like probably homeless, no offense.
They
but, like,
always are.
No, like he totally peaked in middle school and he was like the hottest guy ever. And him and his friend were sending me and my friend ab pictures. And then he told me that my forehead was big. And I believed that shit until like actually yesterday.
God.
So, like,
we just broke that agreement.
Yeah, no, literally. I finally unbroke
And also it's like, okay, your forehead's big. Like, now what?
Yeah, I
like,
said,
now
didn't
I'm gonna
A$AP
like
Rocky say big forehead girls were bad? Like baddies? I swear he said that.
Probably. But it's like, why does it even matter too? Like, if this random bitch is like, you have a big forehead.
I said, and you have a big ego. Like, what's the difference?
Like, what's the difference?
At least I have a forehead. Would you rather me not?
Sorry, let me just...
Sorry, my brain is so big. Well, actually, I got my revenge because in my sophomore year of high school, I made a TikTok, actually. You know, like the trend that was like nose job check or I don't know. But it was like girls showing their noses before they got a nose job and then after. And I made one and I was like, forehead reduction check, and I photoshopped my forehead to be literally so small, and people thought it was real.
Did they like it? Did they like it?
It got like 1 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you've seen Peyton before, it's probably from her forehead reduction video.
And I know you might not recognize me because you thought my forehead was reducted, but it was a prank. And it was actually funny because all the boys at my school got so mad at me for blowing up on TikTok. And I was like, why is everybody so like...
The hater thing in middle school? How did any of us survive middle school? When I meet a bitch who's in middle school, I literally pray for them right then and there because that is a scary place to be.
Oh my gosh. Like middle school up until like your junior year.
Till like last year.
Yeah. Until actually right now.
It's still scary.
Because I feel like your sophomore year is like the hardest year of high school, like socially wise. And then junior year, you have like all of those stupid tests, which just makes it like hard in other ways.
Yeah.
But like middle school is like the start of the downfall because Jessica has boobs and you don't yet. And it's like, oh.
And it's like everyone's just trying to be like, be each other and like be like the hot girls. Bitch, in middle school, I was definitely eating lunch in the bathroom.
Wow. Did you ever stuff your bra?
No.
Yeah, I think I did like one time.
That's so
because
funny.
I literally had like mosquito bites up until like actually like
I still have them.
Now, yeah.
Maybe I should. No, we shouldn't stuff our bra.
No, I was gonna say I heard all boob sizes are in.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're
the hot
beautiful.
girls love their body for sure.
Yeah.
Should we dive into the other things that hot girls are up to?
Yes. We got a lot to share.
Yeah, we got a little list going so we can stay on topic because clearly, as you can see so far,
this is us.
We're professional.
We can go
yappers.
in any direction and talk for hours, and we do.
And we will.
And we will. That's a promise.
Yeah. And we're loyal and consistent at least, so.
Yeah. Kind of like the baseline for everything is literally just like being yourself.
Yeah.
And like accepting yourself for everything that you are.
Totally. I definitely think the hot girls are not feeling scared to take up space. Like they are speaking their mind and they feel confident in what they bring to the conversation.
Totally.
You know.
How do you think somebody who's like, wow, that's not me at all, like how do we start building that confidence and like working that muscle?
I definitely think that if you are maybe more shy naturally, that's awesome. That's you.
Totally.
And I think like being confident in what you bring to the table because like, I mean, I personally am a little bit more like loud, like let me say everything that comes to my mind. And not everyone's like that. And thank God, right? Because imagine if there were so many of me in a room.
A room full of Peytons. Oh, like at jiu-jitsu last night, everyone is just, but I think that'd actually be sick.
I mean, it could be fun, but it would definitely get overstimulating pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, that's, like, what I bring to the table. And, like, I've learned to, like, love that part about myself when I used to be insecure about, like, wanting to, like, not raise my hand and blurt out things and just be goofy. And what a blessing that we're so different, and that if you are more shy, like, there are other things that you bring to the table that I will never be able to offer. And that's not a bad thing on my part, but that's a blessing on your part, that, like,
it's different strengths.
Exactly. And it's like, that doesn't mean that, because I'm trying to say, like, that doesn't mean that I'm weak. That just means that I offer different things than you offer different things. And that doesn't mean my strengths are your weaknesses. It just means we have different strengths, and our weaknesses are whoever, like, so, like, not anybody's.
And, like, what even are weaknesses? Like, is anything really a weakness?
Because I think it's just, like, becoming aware of things that maybe we want to put more effort into. Like, I definitely think, like, weakness is not a good word for it, but I definitely think that there's things that we become aware about ourselves of, like, okay, maybe I am naturally more shy and I do want to become more outgoing, and maybe that starts with being brave enough to just be at Target and thinking that someone's necklace is cute and just letting them know. And, like, that's a practice. Again, like, with our agreements, if we are agreeing with ourselves and we have this title over our head that I'm the shy girl, and shy girls don't compliment random strangers, maybe it just starts out with that, of just, like, literally giving a random girl a compliment. Like, that's so outgoing and so brave and super beneficial to that person. You're going to make their whole day, if not week, if not life.
Totally. Never underestimate your ability to change somebody's life. Never.
I love that. And something you said the other day too, I think, was, like, never underestimate the things you can learn from people.
100%. Like, that has been, like, such a big mind shift, because I definitely am more on, like, the shy, reserved side, but, like, going into conversations of, like, you will learn something from every single interaction, every single person that you talk to, if you literally just, like, have that mindset and, like, are open to, like, what other people have to say. And if you're a little more shy, then, like, maybe you're just, like, a really good listener, and you're just, like, want to hear what other people have to say, which is, like, so awesome and, like, such a tool and such a strength. And so it's just, like, looking at those parts of yourself and just, like, knowing yourself and just, like, again, accepting yourself. Like, if you're always like, ooh, I'm the shy girl, I can't talk to people, then you're not going to talk to people.
Yeah. And I think I love that, by the way. And I definitely think, like, being open to the idea that it's really not that deep. No, seriously, though.
No, it isn't.
Because, like, if you, like, are putting so much pressure on yourself to, like, get out of your comfort zone, and, like, it's gonna feel a lot scarier when it's like, okay, we're just gonna call him this on. You know? And yesterday, me and Archie went to the grocery store, and Archie's my boyfriend, by the way.
I know, I was gonna say that.
He's just Archie. We were in the ice cream aisle, and I noticed that Ben and Jerry's ice cream was buy one, get one free. And there was another couple in the ice cream aisle who was, like, definitely trying to figure out what ice cream there is. And I go, y'all hear that? There's a BOGO over here. And they looked at me and they were like, they weren't really loving the idea that, I'm sorry.
You should have, like, collabed with the Ben and Jerry's.
I bet when we left that aisle, they probably went down and got the BOGO. But they, like, I don't know. It was just, like, but again, it's, like, I shouldn't, like, go punch a wall because they didn't say, oh, thank goodness you let me know there's a BOGO. Like, I wasn't expecting them to respond like that. But I just think that, like, sometimes it can feel scary. And then when you get the results from someone else, like, you have to have empathy for them, and they're probably still stuck in their shyness. They haven't discovered the guide to girlhood yet.
Right. Send them the link to this video. I think it's also, like, you are not telling them that there's a BOGO so that they're like, oh my God, thank you, let's be best friends. Yeah. Like, you're just, like, saying that because you wanted to say that and you felt inclined to and you thought it was fun, and that's it.
And it's, like, not that serious. I'm practicing my outgoing girl energy.
Right. It's like, if you have the intention of talking to people, of, like, not expecting expect nothing from them, really. Like, you're just, like, talking to them to talk to them, and whatever response they give to you, it's like, it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's, like, not that serious.
Nothing is that serious.
I think that's so big. I think the hot girls are definitely going into life not thinking anything is as serious as it is, because let me tell you, it's literally not.
And everyone's in their own world. Nobody gives, like, everyone is just so consumed in like their thoughts and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like nothing is personal.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, totally. I saw this girl on my Instagram reels who like got her makeup rag wet and was doing like exposure therapy of like going outside without makeup, and while she like had a full face of makeup on, and she went outside in the streets, and while she was walking down the block she like took it all off, and I was like, that's awesome.
That's
because
so cool.
It's really not that serious. Like, and I like used to never want to leave my house without makeup on, and I love that video so much because it just like really gave across the point that like nobody is thinking about you really like you are. No offense, really. But like, and like,
in like the best way possible.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, and like one thing too is like, this is like a double-edged sword, I guess, but like nobody is ever going to be as hard on you as you, which the one edge of the sword is that you probably shouldn't be so freaking hard on yourself.
Right.
And the other edge is, wow, we put so much pressure on ourselves because of what other people think, that they're not even thinking it. And it's like we're literally inventing this idea that people are judging us that isn't even true.
And like if they are judging you, then like how is that going to impact your life whatsoever?
Other than the fact that we just feel a little sorry for them.
Right. Like, sorry that they're, like, so obsessed with, like, because that's really what it is when you're, like, judging people and, like, being a hater is, like, being unable to, like, just sit with yourself and look at yourself. And, like, it's literally just, like, looking outward. It's like that thing about the analogy of how there's, like, these neighbors and one of them was, like, always looking out the window at the other neighbor's window. And they're like, oh, my God, like, their windows are so disgusting. They're so dirty. They're so lazy. I can't believe their windows are so gross. And then it was their window that was gross. And it looked gross because they're like looking through their gross window. Like that's literally what it is.
I love that. I think the hot girls are definitely when our inner mind palace is getting a little triggered. Because when you are like with a friend, maybe not a friend, maybe you're just like hanging out with your family, like literally anybody, and something that someone else does kind of pisses you off, the hot girls are taking a moment to say, actually, why does this piss me off? Because 100% of the time, it's actually something about yourself that you are a little bit uncomfortable with. That projection. You like, yes, it's usually always projection. And, or it's an opportunity where you should set a boundary with somebody. Like, if somebody's, like, outwardly doing something that, like, bothers you, and it's, like, not just their personality, it's, like, they're actively, like, hurting you, it's time to set a boundary. But I definitely think, like, when people are just, like, being loud and blah, blah, and you're like, wow, she's so annoying and loud, it's, like, let's look inside and, like...
who hurt you?
Like, who hurt you? Like, who told you that you were too much?
Right.
Because that's usually what it is. And I think the hot girls are being less judgy towards others and using it as great information to like grow and learn, you know.
And also, when you are less judgy towards others, 100%, I guarantee it, you will be less judgy to yourself.
They're actively like,
you will be less judgy to yourself, or you're giving to yourself. Like if you're always getting mad at somebody for like being late and being like, oh my God, I can't believe you were late, blah, blah, blah. You're like flipping your about people being late.
Yeah.
You are going to be late as well. And so when you show up late, you're like panicking and you're like freaking out and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I was late, blah, blah, blah. But if instead you're like, oh, it's okay, things happen. Then when you are late, it's like, it's okay, things happen. It's like this like agreement with other people and with yourself.
Wow, I love that. The hot girls are like definitely being a little introspective this year, you know? Yeah. The hot
girls,
God. please let the hot girls hear this and like understand, because not only when you're less judgy towards other people, it allows you to be more confident, and when you're more confident, you radiate just like hot girl energy. Like genuinely, when you do not give as many fucks,
it's like
you literally are just more confident and like
you're letting go of control.
Oh my gosh. And not only like, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more fun to not be like so freaking serious all the time. Like, and especially when like the world is crumbling down, we gotta stay a little lighthearted somehow. And that's just gotta be by judging ourselves and others less.
Yeah. And that's like with everything though. Like your life, there is literally always going to be that is happening. And if you're like so serious all the time, like finding humor in situations and finding lightheartedness in situations is literally essential and is literally like a way to survive.
Yeah, it's a gift for real.
Yeah.
It's a huge blessing to be able to like.
A gift you're giving to yourself.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So another one that's a little more like serious is the hot girls are not giving up when things get hard.
Mhm.
And our beautiful example is we've literally recorded this first episode. This is our third or fourth time?
This is our fourth time.
This is our fourth time. Because like one of them got deleted, one of them,
which was crazy. Sign from the universe for real.
It was funny. It was a funny episode.
It was so good.
It'll be in the archives, I guess.
Well, no, it's gone.
Well, I have like the camera footage of it. So if you guys like this,
yeah,
DM us. And
if you send this to 5 friends, then you get access to.
If you make 20 friends, send this to all of them.
They're like, how? We'll show you how.
Don't worry. We have an episode coming about that literally next week.
Yeah. No. In a few weeks.
Okay. It's not next week.
It's not next week.
It's not. But it could be next week, depending on when you listen to this one. So.
Facts. You can choose.
Or it could be 5 weeks ago.
Oi.
It could be last year. Wow, you could literally be listening to this. Isn't that crazy? Wait, we're time traveling right now?
Yeah.
Because whenever you're listening to this, we're time traveling to that moment. So you could be listening to this literally in 2027 and we'll be...
Wow. Because right now it's February 27th, 2025.
2025.
What if the world is over? Just kidding.
Emma, the hot girls are being lighthearted.
I know,
sorry. But yeah, so the hot girls aren't giving up, and I wanted to share a little thing I read in my book. It's called, the book is like How to Be a Badass. It's the yellow cover. It's so good. Anyone should read it. The hot girls read that book and ingest it into their bloodstream because it is Bible. Like it is.
We're reading this year.
It's so good. The hot girls are learning because when you learn, not only do you always have something to add to every conversation you join, but it's just like beautiful insight to go about your life with like knowledge. Like knowledge is so valuable, and I think that a lot of us have like construed views on knowledge because we grew up in like this stupid school system that like sucks, and they make you sit at a desk and it's boring and it makes all of us want to punch a wall. But learning about things you actually are interested in is so fun.
And it's also like so good for you, and we're just like these ever evolving beings. And also, what a privilege and a gift to be able to read and have access to books and education and to like be able to evolve our minds in that way.
Absolutely.
We're not taking that for granted.
Yeah, no way. And this book I read, there was a chapter called The BS Stage. And it kind of talks about just like when things get hard. Like when you are wanting to quit your job to pursue your like own business, and then all of your tires get popped, and then you have to spend $800 to replace them all. That is a perfect example of like the BS stage, where it's like right before things are coming together and gonna work out for you, there's gonna be a little bit of things like that try and like prevent you from getting there. It's almost like the devil trying to get you to not.
It's like a test.
It's a test. It's the universe making sure that you are fully committed and willing to do anything it takes to make it happen. It's a sign from the universe that things are coming together for you. It's a good sign that like it just means that like, okay, that means we're that much closer to our dreams coming true. So our podcast erasing and being vanished is just the universe being like, just making sure you actually want to make the life better for all these hot girls out there.
Totally.
And we do. So we're gonna record this as many times as we need to.
As many times as it takes.
Yes.
No, it's like the retraction before the expansion. And it's also like something that Jackson says all the time is like, it will literally only not work out if you stop doing it.
Who's Jackson?
Oh, Jackson's my boyfriend. He's
my friend boy.
He's my friend boy that I live with.
He's up there.
Yeah.
Jackson reveal coming soon. So the hot girls are trying new things.
We're putting ourselves out there.
Yes, because new things not only bring us new experiences, new vibes, new perspectives, but it also brings on a little giggle.
They're so fun. It's fun as to try something new.
Yeah, speaking of, Emma and I last night tried something really new. Have you ever done anything like that before?
No.
Should we tell them what it is?
What is it, guys? Wait, we'll give you a second to guess.
Wrong. No, just kidding. Maybe you were right. Okay,
Maybe
sorry.
they guessed it.
We went to a freaking woman-empowered self-defense jujitsu class.
Like, is that not the coolest thing you've ever heard of?
Guys, it was like so fun. I was so nervous. Were you nervous?
I won't lie, I was like super excited. I don't think I was nervous.
Okay. I heard excitement and nerves like show up differently.
It's like kind of the same.
Or like show up the same in the body. So maybe I was just excited. But I think it's like the hot girls, it's valid to...
It's okay to be nervous.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much to be expected when you're trying new things for sure.
I like am overcoming my decade of severe social anxiety. So I think that's also why I could have been like, I don't give a... Because I'm just like, I've overcome that.
You're like, bring it on.
Literally. I'm like, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Wow, it was amazing. Well, the worst thing that could happen is somebody kidnapping you, and now you have self-defense skills to get you through it.
It was actually so cool. And like, even going to one class, I feel so much more confident. I feel so empowered. I feel like, bring it on, kidnappers. Because I was just gonna say, because like the thing
click
about,
on the
like,
video episode now.
Because like the stepping towards people, game changer. Literally a game changer. Should we show them just that one move?
Yeah, okay, guys, look at this. Okay,
I'll do count.
Do you want to grab? Because this is my right hand. Okay, so
if
Emma grabs me,
your first instinct.
So if we were, should we see?
I know, that's what I think.
Okay, so if Emma grabs me, you want to get in a good base.
Because your first instinct is going to be
to pull away. But then you could like actually slip out and to get attacked. Right. So you're going to actually go towards them, bring your elbow to theirs, put your hand here, and super slap them.
Super slap. We learned a super slap.
And then if you accidentally fall on the ground, we learned something about that too. But don't worry, we'll have a full self-defense episode coming so soon.
We're going to have the Jake and Melissa. We're manifesting having them on the pod.
I love Jake and Melissa.
Yeah. No, it was like so informative. And like the thing with your wrist, like you can get away from anybody that attacks you with that, no matter how strong they are, which was so cool.
Yeah. No, seriously. And like, it was just like so not even like, I don't even know. It was pretty easy to learn and like things that are just like actually so beneficial. And like, you never ever want to be underprepared in moments like that.
Totally.
Which we should definitely do like a self-defense, even just like pepper spray, like what stuff you could have like in your car or in your purse.
Totally. And also just like awareness, like not going on your phone when you're walking or at night and just like, and being like ready and also like imagining yourself like when you are in those situations, like being able to defend yourself is like so important.
Totally. And so if you guys are mad at us for creating the guide to girlhood and want to send people to attack us,
we know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we'll jiu-jitsu your butt. So.
Can you say you know jiu-jitsu? And also, the cool thing about jiu-jitsu was that the guy who like created jiu-jitsu and came up with it was like this 120-pound guy. So it's like jiu-jitsu is for everyone. It's really for the girls.
It's for the Kim Possible waistless girls. It's for all the girls.
And for the girls with big waists.
It's for
everyone.
Girls with waists of all sizes.
Totally.
Yeah. And we're going to jiu-jitsu all of the bad vibes away from us this year. The hot girls are jiu-jitsu and all the things.
The hot girls are trying new things. It was just so cool, and I just felt like so excited. Like literally this morning when I woke up, I was like when is my next jiu-jitsu class? Because that was fun.
It was fun.
And also, I was like looking up the other day how to like channel your masculine energy. Jiu-jitsu is a way.
Actually?
Yeah. Wow. That's like why I did it. That's like why I looked it up.
Wow.
Well, not why. I also want to like know how to defend myself.
Yeah. No, seriously. Okay, and this yoga studio, they have 800 studios worldwide. They have it in 6 different continents. Coming soon to Antarctica, I heard. No.
We didn't hear that.
The polar bears are also going to be defending themselves
against the penguins. No, the penguins are defending themselves against the polar bears.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like karate chopping their ass. The polar bears are like, what the
Have you seen Happy Feet? I love that
Of
movie.
course.
Wow.
It's kind of scary. It kind of scared me when I was younger.
Dang, I need to rewatch it. Low-key.
It's kind of creepy. Like, the seals are creepy as fuck. They got, like, these sharp-ass teeth.
I just remember that one song that's, like, where they're all dancing and stuff, and it's, like, really fun.
Maybe we should watch Happy Feet today.
Yeah, we should. That would be so fun. Okay. The hot girls are not chasing. They are attracting.
Love.
They just, like, everything we desire is flowing to us, and just by believing that, watch it happen. Like,
Totally.
Like, the hot girls are saying their affirmations, you know? We're looking in the mirror. We're saying we're beautiful. I am, I feel, I know are all good, like, starters to affirmations. Like, I know it's working out for me. I feel it working out for me.
And, like, affirmations,
I see it
I've learned
working out for me.
I'm imagining it in my head. But, like, also affirmations are, like, yes, they're for, like, looking in the mirror, but they're also for, like, when you're, like, feeling really anxious and you just, like, need to close your eyes and be like, okay, I am safe. I am grounded. Therefore, like, okay, this is an example. I have had, like, really bad nightmares, like, my whole life. And, like, this week they've been coming back in full swing. Like, they're just, like, so bad. And so then every night before, well, not every night. I've done it, like, 3 times. But I'm, like, writing in my journal. I'm like, I am safe. I am protected. My bed is my safe place. And guess what? No nightmares.
Wow, I love that. Look at that. I love saying them in my car, too.
I love that.
Like, I love. Like, being in my car, I'm just like, la, la, la. The hot girls are definitely voicing out loud gratitude. And, like, I definitely think, like, when you let the universe know that you're just so grateful for all the friends you have. And, y'all, I was saying that when I literally felt like I didn't have, like, any friends. Emma was in Hawaii. But, yeah, like, even with, like, my business, like, if I felt like there wasn't, like, inquiries flowing in, I would be like, I'm so grateful that I have so many people out there that want to hire me. And I'm so grateful that, like, it's an interesting form of manifestation. And I also think, like, outside of manifesting things that you wish that you had and maybe, like, don't feel like they are there right now, I think it's really important to be grateful for the things you do have.
Because you have so much.
Yeah.
Like, so much.
And when you're not looking at that, obviously it's going to feel like you don't have anything you want at all.
Totally. And, like, focusing on the negative and what you don't have, there will always be things. Always.
The hot girls are making these lights twinkle. Can we twinkle these?
Yeah.
I think that would be
Let me
fun.
get the remote. Oh.
Next, the hot girls are shopping secondhand. I think we should, because
100%.
not only are bikinis $100 each for the
Do you thrift bikinis?
Fashion Runway has some good ones.
Okay, period.
I found a lot ones that are really cute. I only really find them from, like, those nicer ones, like Indie Clover. Definitely not really getting some good ones at the Goodwill, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've never found any.
But Fashion Runway, which I'm pretty sure they have those all over the U.S.
They also have, like, different types. Like, I know that Plato's Closet is one where it's, like, the same concept.
Yeah. So those, like, nicer resale stores usually have some really good ones that are cute.
So.
And, like, I don't know. You just gotta look. But, I mean, regardless, why are bikinis that are, like, 1 inch of fabric costing $50 for the bottoms and then $50 for the top?
It's criminal.
It's literally criminal. What? No.
It's because they're a woman thing. That's a thing, is that, like, women's products are more expensive. Like, everything. Deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, razors. Like, if it's a woman thing, it's more expensive automatic.
Which is interesting,
like,
considering they pay us less. We'll talk about it another time, though, because we'll start raging.
No, literally.
We're just like,
I don't want to punch a hole in the wall.
Quite yet, but we will begin punching holes in walls pretty soon here. Okay, I definitely think the hot girls definitely are loving their micro habits. Do you want to talk about some micro habits?
Yes, you, like, introduced me to micro habits.
I learned about micro habits from the Liz Moody podcast, which collab coming soon. Right, Liz?
Right, Liz? We got a spot for you.
Come on, Liz. Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Liz is like a best-selling author. She's my homegirl.
And that's manifestation right there.
Liz, if you're out there listening, want to be homegirls or what?
We're really cool.
We use your micro habits on the daily.
Yeah.
So Liz was talking about how these micro habits can make new goals just a lot easier to dwindle into your day-to-day routine, making growing a lot easier and bite-sizable, you know? And so some of the micro habits she talked about that I really liked, if not all of them, I'm going to try and recite all of them, was micro cleaning, which is a game changer because my room can get messy quick. And so it's just like when you like pass a pair of shoes and you're like, okay, I need to put those away. Instead of like waiting for your Saturday clean the whole house day, just like move those, you know, like just like little bite pieces here and there. And your room will likely stay a lot cleaner just naturally.
Totally.
As well as the kitchen, as well as other things. Another one is micro connections, which this one was so interesting. And I honestly think that you guys should go listen to this podcast of hers because she talks a lot more with like those bigger words of like the actual science behind these things. But she was saying that when you literally make eye contact with somebody, happy chemicals release in your body. And this like dates back to like just how we are naturally social beings. And with this age of the internet and the phone, it has kind of pushed us more in the direction of being a little more antisocial. Social anxiety is a lot more prevalent, and because people like are living behind their phone, or they're a lot more likely to, you know, just want to scroll on Instagram when they're out in public or at a party. Like,
we're getting off our phones in public.
Hot girls are not on their phones. I definitely think that makes you look, one, so much more attractive, so much more confident, and you'll know if somebody's trying to kidnap you so you can use your new jujitsu skills on them. But seriously, like, I remember, like, back I don't party, like, at all. But I used to live in this house where they would, like, host some parties. And I just remember being at some of them and, like, people would be sitting in the corners and, like, going on their phone. And I'm like, y'all, why did you even leave your house? Like, literally, why are you even here?
Well, it's like, to
They're
me,
scared.
like, the point of like your phones is to like connect with other people when you're not actually with them. So that's the thing that is so bizarre to me when people are on their phones, like when they're with other people.
Yeah.
I'm like it actually just like blows my mind because I'm like, this is the real connection that you need right now.
Yeah. No, totally. I remember like kind of becoming aware of that. Like, I think I was a freshman in high school and like I was friends with like all these popular girls who are super cool. And I just remember like we would be laying on like someone's bed and kind of just like scrolling together.
Yes.
And I was like,
yes.
As much as I like when we were all off our phones, I really like thought these girls were cool. And like obviously we were in high school, so like I was just like becoming like aware of some things that I wanted to change. And I literally went and became friends with the nerdiest boys at my school, like ever. And we would have so much fun because we would have fires. Every night we'd have fires. We'd go play Lava Monster at 16 years old on the freaking our elementary school playground. And we never had more fun in our freaking life because we were just like connecting with our inner child. We weren't going on our phones. We were playing freaking children games.
Yes. That's like actually a goal of mine this year is to like do more children games like with my friends because like I was with the girls I nanny and we were on the tramp and they're like, let's battle. And so we're like on the tramp and we're like, whoa. And we're like,
you're like, good thing I just learned jujitsu.
Literally. And we're like casting like these fires at each other and we're like falling and we're like doing these stunts. I'm like, this is fun as fuck. Like, imagine if I was doing this with my friends. That would be so fun.
Did you ever play like night games like
oh my god,
Fugitives?
all the time.
If that sounds fun, come hang. No, I'm just kidding. But sorry, I didn't mean that. But
no, we're taking back the word.
Yeah. Why is that a swear word?
I think that like probably because of the patriarchy.
Wait. It wouldn't be as fun to say though if it was just like any word though.
Yeah,
like if it wasn't
I was like
word.
getting my hair done and she like said to me, I was like, bitch. And then I was like, oy. But like in a really fun, you're my best friend way. Yeah. Not like, I'm not calling you a bitch.
No, yeah. Because it's like, what the bitch? And then there's like, bitch. And then there's like, bitch.
And it's like, bitch.
Bitch?
Bitch.
Yeah, I love it. The hot girls are bringing back whatever words they want because why not?
We're like re-owning slut, hoe, bitch.
Yeah. And when you're doing these micro connections, maybe don't. Maybe
ease into these.
Yes, totally.
No,
but I do want to get back into that because micro connections so important. If this is like you at the grocery store making eye contact with people, smiling at people, complimenting people, it's a good chemical release for both parties involved. So it's literally doing like charity work.
It is.
The hot girls are doing charity work.
And it's like creating like this connection and this community that like we've lost. And like it's so fun when I'm just like walking down the street and I'm like, hey, hi, how are you? It's like you're literally in a movie and it's like so fun and you're just
spinning, like throwing my guns up.
Literally, that's how it feels. Yeah. And like complimenting people like, I love your outfit. Like it's like those are your friends. Yeah. Like you're just like micro connections.
Totally. Have you heard the song Soulful Strut? I think it's like the type of song that comes on in like Home Alone when it's like da 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 da. And it's like giving you're walking down.
I have heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love that.
Can I tell them what you told me the other day about Amy?
About who?
Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, Emma.
Well, what if they don't know who it is too?
They know who Amy Winehouse is.
Okay, but I didn't.
Emma didn't know who Amy Winehouse was. But that's okay, because Daddy didn't teach her who Amy Winehouse was.
My daddy didn't teach me anything, actually.
Well, that's not true. Remember what you said to me?
Except how to be really good at gaslighting people and getting my way.
Thanks,
They're like
Dad.
going to be scared of me, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
Unless I need to.
Now she knows when to spot it out real good.
Totally.
Which I'm excited for that episode. We're going to talk about how to identify gaslighting, manipulating in the moment so you can avoid all the F-boys that are trying to get in your pants.
Yeah, because the hot girls are not repopulating with assholes, and that is going to literally change the world.
Yeah.
We're going to, like, make them go extinct.
And I'm so excited for that day.
I know.
It's going to be awesome.
Me too.
And you know what is going to happen when that day comes? There's going to be gardens everywhere. There's going to be female trees that bear fruit at the local parks because why the frick are we not like in other countries, like literally all of the landscaping is edible usually. Like you could just like walk and pick a fruit off the tree and
Did you do that in Paris?
Well, Paris like is all city. It has like no trees at all. Unfortunately. I thought it was so cool. I definitely was like, dang, I kind of wish there was a beach here a little bit.
I always wish there was a beach.
Yeah.
I just want to travel to all the beaches in the world. That's kind of like my goal.
Yeah. And we'll take you with us. The hot girls aren't doom scrolling anymore.
Hell no.
Hell no.
And definitely not first thing in the morning.
Yeah. They're also curating their Instagram. I feel like they're like their feed better.
Yeah.
Because we don't need the junk.
No.
No. We really don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely first thing in the morning. Like the hot girls are getting some vitamin D from the sun.
Well, it's like also I have realized in my personal life, like when I have my morning routine and I do it, even if it's like 30 minutes in the morning, that sets the tone for my entire day.
Yeah.
And if I have like a really shitty day where I'm just like not in a good headspace, probably didn't do my morning routine that day.
That's science. Like there's like real science that backs that because if you like wake up late and you're like kind of in a rush, your like cortisol is just like leaking out of your body, which is like what regulates your stress.
It's your stress hormone.
Your stress hormone. It's cortisol?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say like don't quote me on these things. I think. But yeah, so like by having a good morning routine that's like solid and just like not rushing, because if you're like rushing in the morning to like blah, 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 that sets your body up to be releasing those stress hormones like literally rapidly throughout the day, and then you're stressed. And
well, it's because like when you wake up in the morning, your cortisol is on like this slow rise, and so then also just like the opposite of rushing, of just like laying in your bed and like kind of like moping around and like waking up first thing in the morning and you're like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this and I hate this and I hate this. Like starting your morning with just like taking some deep breaths, thinking of what you're grateful for, doing some stretches, doing some affirmations. That is literally setting the tone for your mind for the entire rest of your day.
The hot girls are definitely dancing in their room too.
Dancing in the morning? Well, anytime. But like dancing is life-changing because you literally can't be dancing without a smile on your face, I swear.
Should we have a dance break?
We should have dance breaks all the time.
Do you guys want to have a dance break with us right now? I want to dance.
Okay, period. I love that.
If you're driving, pull over. We're having a dance break, babe. Let's go. We're going to do a little speed round to get these really good hot girl habit points across the board, okay? So, the hot girls this year are being brave and they're going out on dates, right? But they're going to be a little unhinged. They're going to be a little brave and they're going to call things out when they see them.
Totally.
Have you ever been on a bad date?
I haven't been on many dates, I won't lie.
That's okay.
I've just like always had a boyfriend. But not really, no.
Okay.
What about you?
Definitely have been on some bad ones.
Damn.
I've only gone on like 2 Tinder dates and I was just like genuinely trying to like get out there, and because I wasn't in school anymore. I graduated from high school. I wasn't in college. And so I was like, okay, I literally need to meet people some way. And so I was relying on the good old Tinder, which was probably not the best. But yeah, I like went on a date and like this guy just like was so like, let me declare my masculinity and like let me like, I was on the high school baseball team, but like not in like he was just like trying to like prove, and I was just like so quick to be like, this isn't cute.
Delete.
Take me home. Ghosted him.
I think that if you're on a date and you're not having a good time and you're like, this clearly isn't working out, I think it is 100% valid to be like, okay, take me home. I don't think you need to finish out the date out of like courtesy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my opinion.
We'll do a segment on that because I definitely think that's a tricky one to navigate because it's like you have somewhat like
open,
nice about it, but like not if they're a dick. If guys are being rude, trying to like prove their masculinity to them, bye.
Goodbye.
We're not. No. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
No.
None of that.
We're saying it how it is.
Because the hot girls are trusting their intuition. When your intuition shows you the right way to go and blah, blah, we're saying, thank you, intuition. Because that makes it stronger, in my opinion.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. No, totally. How do you feel about the hot girls using their intuition?
I think the way that you build your intuition is by what you just said, listening to it. And it's also saying what you feel and not quieting it. Because I think that all of us, and it's also like not listening to it and just like going against what we actually believe and what we actually think. It's slowly being like, fuck you, intuition. And so our intuition is slowly getting quieter.
Yeah, no, totally. Because the hot girls rely on that, you know? Like the hot girls use that like it's literally their compass because it is.
It is.
Trust your intuition, baby girl, because the more you don't listen to it, the easier it will be to avoid it. And we're not avoiding that. No. No, we're not. Okay, the hot girls are using their voices to say what they think, especially on their dates.
All the time.
Be like, you, girl.
Be you.
Be you, girl.
Because what? You're going to like fake who you are for these people and then what? Maintain that image that you've created? It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The hot girls are resting. They're setting boundaries. Do you want to dive into rest and how important it is for
seconds? I think also with rest, it's like so important that like you don't earn rest. Rest is an essential part of life that we all literally need to survive and to live. And like if you're obviously there's like a fine line because it's like obviously you're not going to want to like clean your room all the time and you're not going to. And so that's also like part of listening to your intuition is like, okay, do I not want to do this because I'm really tired and I need a break and I need to like recharge my energy? Or do I not want to do this because I don't want to do this? Because that's completely different things.
Totally.
And also just like resting on your period. Like, we're taking it easy on our period.
Yeah.
We're sleeping, we're stretching, we're going for walks.
Totally. I love that because I think it's important to like hold ourselves to a high standard and hold ourselves accountable in those moments of like, am I wanting to not do this room cleaning thing because I just don't want to? Or yeah, like it's important to like know what those two look like differently in your body and stuff.
Totally.
Because you don't want to be copping out of trying new things or, you know, getting out of your comfort zone because you don't want to because you just don't want to. Or is it like, no, you don't want to try going out to the bar for the first time because you're actually tired?
Right.
The bar is a bad example. You know? But like that's one for me that I'm like, I want to be brave and go there. And I like won't even drink, but I just want to go dance, and it's scary sometimes.
It is. Bars are a scary place. When I went to a bar for the first time, I'm like, is this how they all are?
Yeah.
Or is that a Utah thing? I don't know.
The Utah ones suck. We should definitely go to one. But I think it's so fun to go when I like have my boyf on me.
Yeah.
Because I just want to like dance on them. And I'm like, protect me.
Yeah.
Well, now I know jujitsu.
Yeah,
so.
now we protect ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
yeah, literally.
Wow, I'm gonna use the super slap everywhere I go.
Super slap is like the coolest thing I've ever learned.
I know, the super slap is so good. Wow. Okay, the hot girls are never having sex with men. I mean, well, okay, this one's really important. So the hot girls are not having sex on the first date, nor are we kissing men on the first date.
Absolutely not.
No. Mm-mm. We have self-respect. We're making men work for it. And I also think that if you're actually interested in somebody to the point where you want to date them, you really shouldn't sleep with them. Because not only does it tell them that you probably do that with everybody you talk to, which scares them, which we don't give a they think, but it's just like, are they also respecting you by not having sex? Because if you tell them that you're not going to sleep with them, how they react about that, if they're sweet and patient and loving and kind and like so not worried about that is a green flag, girlfriend. And if they're like low-key maybe not texting you back as much and they don't want to hang out as much, they want to just
hit it and quit it.
They want to hit it and quit it.
And babe, if you have had sex on a first date or kissed a boy on a first date, that's okay. We're not shaming anyone for what they've done. This is for like future encounters and like being aware of this and having this knowledge and listening to your intuition.
Yes, totally. Because we can't go back in the past and change those things, obviously. And there's no point in being hard on ourselves for things that we've already done.
No.
It's just a waste of time and energy, and you deserve better. So we're just going to be like, we're brushing it off, and we're just looking in the future with new eyes. Because usually the boy will never deserve your precious, beautiful, voluptuous lips on the first date.
I also feel like kissing somebody on a first date is like, that is going to make you like them. Like even, like I just feel like you really need to get to know like their personality. And if you guys just like work as friends and like adding the physical intimacy into it just like changes the game completely.
For girls. It's actually like scientifically proven that the girls have completely different chemical releases than the guys do. And so when you kiss them or especially when you sleep with them, these chemicals release in your body that like you literally make a soul tie with this person.
100%.
And for girls, that's like becomes very much like way deeper than for a guy. Mm-hmm. And so it just makes things complicated and messy. And then we'll dive into that in our dating intro episode. So don't even worry about that. We'll talk about that way more. Okay. The hot girls are unbuttoning their pants while sitting down because there should be no shame in that. Like, no. Pants were not...
And, like, after we eat...
Yeah.
Is open. I'm like this.
And, like, the hot girls maybe are, like, sizing up a little bit. Like, I can't remember the last time I bought pants that, like, perfectly fit my waist because...
Totally.
First of all, my big, juicy dump truck usually doesn't fit in them. And second of all, my big, juicy thighs... No, I'm just kidding. Don't fit in them either. But it's just, like, so uncomfy. Like... Were you rocking the skinny jeans in middle school?
Girl, everyone was rocking the skinny jeans. Thank God the skinny jeans are out. Like, that was actually a gift from God.
Yeah, when Alex Earl, like, was like wearing them and everyone's like, oh my god.
Well, she like launched a line of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. She like launched an entire new line of skinny jeans. And I said, hell no, not today.
Yeah.
These are not coming back.
They're really honestly not flattering at all.
They're not flattering. They're so uncomfortable. And it's showing everybody what you got. You know what I mean?
That's gotta be a surprise.
That's a surprise.
For date number 11.
For marriage.
Yeah, literally. Okay, but I would come home from school and I would take my skinny jeans off and I would have the seam literally down my...
Yes.
That can't be good. Like, my blood circulation was like, thank God you are naked because we could not wear these a bit longer.
And it's like so uncomfortable. You like can't sit. Oh my God.
No, because I always had really bad tummy aches and my mom was like, no girl, it's because you're wearing pants that are so tight and they're jabbing into your freaking body.
100%.
So not cool. Okay. The girls, the hot girls, they're free in the nip, girl. They're free in the nip. Yeah, because
they are.
We have boobs. Hate to break it to y'all. We just kind of do. And so we just have boobs.
It's just hard for girls with big boobs because you like have to wear a bra.
Yeah, but I think freeing the nipple is more of a mindset of I don't give a crap if
being proud of the boobs you have.
Yeah, it's just like it's nipple and boobie empowerment. It's just like being confident in the boobs you have.
Totally. Because I feel like also like girls with big boobs kind of like have this tendency to like, I'm not speaking from experience, obviously, but like all of my sisters have like really big boobs and they kind of like...
Obviously, Emma did not win that lottery.
Somehow things got lost in translation. But like they kind of like make themselves smaller and kind of like shrink in.
Because they're heavy.
They're heavy as... But like pushing them out, it's kind of like... I don't know. I feel like the mindset is that they're like putting it in like other people's face, but it's like, no, babe, you just have like big boobs and you need to own those big boobs. And own your small boobs.
Yeah. No, totally. No, literally. But, dang. I feel for... I mean, I don't feel because I also am part of the Mosquito Bite
Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
But, if you want to get a boob reduction because you want to feel free and light and like get rid of your back pain, do whatever you want, girl. Insurance might cover it. So
yeah, I think it does if you can like prove it. And if you don't want a boob reduction, you just want these big boobs,
you should flaunt them.
You should
bring them on over here.
Yeah,
put them in our face.
Let me cup them. Just kidding.
No.
But the point is like
we respect you.
The point is, like, everyone has different sizes of boobs, and, like, being ashamed of them is so counterproductive, and, like, just be proud of... It literally goes back to, like, being proud of your body and just, like, putting those shoulders back, chin up. We're walking into rooms with confidence. We don't give a what size our boobs are.
They're just boobs.
They're just boobs.
Wow, what a blessing that we have boobs. Like, boobs are nice. I like to hold mine and just, like... Let's all grab our boobs right now and just thank them for what they do for us.
I've actually been doing that. I've been, like, looking at my boobs in the mirror and, like, holding them and being like, wow, you have, like, really beautiful boobs. Because I have really small boobs, like, abnormally small boobs.
Emma, they're beautiful.
I know, but, like, that's, like, part of, like, being, like, a woman and, like, femininity is, like, your boobs. And so sometimes I'm like, oh, my God, I literally look like a man because I don't have boobs. And so just, like...
Emma, show them and prove them that you have a...
like...
No, but that's so real. Like, I definitely feel like it's very common for a lot of girls to be insecure about their boobies since the day they had them.
And something with this that I actually want to talk about is the hot girls are not commenting on other girls' size no matter what.
Yeah,
because for some reason there's like this weird perception that like commenting on how small and skinny somebody is like okay, and like I don't know what the thought behind it is, but like that messes with your head too. Like commenting on size at all is like not cool, and I have so many people come up to me and like talk to me about it, and like gets in my head, like for real.
I just like had a memory brought back to me from the first time somebody commented on like me being small, and I literally think I was like 7. Obviously, I'm small. I'm not even freaking hitting puberty yet.
What?
Yeah, they like commented on my
weird.
plate size and how much food I was eating and like, no wonder you're so small.
Oh my
blah, blah.
God.
And I'm like, I mean, it was the first time I became aware that you could be smaller, different sizes because of how much you eat. I'm like, girl, you don't gotta put your 45-year-old eating disorder you've had for 20 years on me, a 7-year-old girl who doesn't even know about those things yet.
No, totally. And it's so like, it's just so tone deaf because like you literally never know like what people are going through and like the reason that they are like the way that they are.
Yeah.
Like when people would be saying this to me, I was like going through like a really big like health crisis and I had lost like 20 pounds and I'm like, yeah, I actually don't love that this is happening. Like, thank you so much for bringing this up.
No, totally. And like when people are like, yeah, you just never know. Like there's constantly girls out there that are like trying to gain weight and they literally can't.
Yeah.
And like it's
justice for the skinny bitches.
Yeah, justice for all bitches because it's just like, it's like, who gives a what like size you are, like genuinely. And the hot girls literally do not care what you look like. We care about how you act and how you treat other people and how you treat yourself. That's literally all we care about. Like, you know, like that is way more important for character. And by the way, the people that are judging us for the sizes we are, we don't want to be friends with them anyway. We want to send them love and say, okay,
get better soon.
Get well. Literally get well.
Get well. We're just not talking about size.
No,
we're not commenting about that.
Unless it's your boy's. I'm just kidding. Size doesn't matter, guys. It's all about the heart.
It's all about the thrust.
It's all about the motion.
The motion in the ocean.
Oh my God. Okay. The hot girls are not apologizing. Have we talked about that one yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sorry. Wait, no, I'm not. No, literally. If you have ever been aware of anything in your life, you probably have noticed that girls have an issue of apologizing all the time. I'm sure you've noticed about yourself. I don't think I've ever met a girl in my life that hasn't been just like saying sorry all the time.
All the time.
All the
about
time.
Everything.
And it's literally like things like, oh, sorry I opened the door for you. Like, girl.
No, literally. Like, sorry that I'm sitting here. I'm like, hello?
No, literally. Like, sometimes, like, my boyfriend will, like, drop something or something. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, why the? Like, literally. And
we've been, like, conditioned into it somehow.
It's so interesting. And, like, obviously, our green flag boyfriends are like, don't be sorry for that, you know? And I think also, like, bringing awareness to that, so then, like, when me and Emma started talking about it, we got a lot better about, like, correcting each other when we were saying sorry and, like, literally, bonk.
Yeah.
And
we have, like, whips that we, like, pull out. And
yeah. Oh, but one thing that actually, like, really made me become aware of that and, like, how I can help with that problem is my brother's girlfriend is so good about saying, don't be sorry. Like, don't say sorry.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, I've been trying to say that to, like, strangers, too, because at the grocery store, like, random Aunt Beth is like, oh, sorry, I'm in your way. I'm like, oh, don't be sorry, girl.
Like, they're literally just looking at what they need to buy, and I'm, like, walking by. They're like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, don't be sorry. And I just, like, this is, like, a big change, and it's, like, a big awareness, but, like, I challenge you to literally just, like, don't judge it. Just be aware of, like, how often you say it when you're saying it. Don't be, like, hating on yourself. And, like,
and definitely don't say sorry.
Yeah. Just awareness. That's the first step. Awareness of how often you say sorry and awareness of how often everybody else says sorry.
Yeah. Because it's a crisis, guys. The hot girls, unfortunately, because we have to, are reading the ingredients on things we are buying because we are no longer consuming bleach. And we are no longer consuming, oh my gosh, all these random chemicals.
Thanks for watching. This is our first episode, so this was very fun. And we want to hear what your hot girl habits are. And we hope that you feel, like, inspired and uplifted. And we know that this was, like, a lot of information. But I think just, like, taking even one of these things and, like, applying it to your life is, like, huge. And if you got to watch this,
hot. It's really hot.
It's spicy.
It's really hot when you just try new things.
Totally.
This whole thing is a new thing.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. We have a lot we're excited to dive into, and just be open to the process, because it is kind of intense when you start to become aware of all of these things. Like, oh my God, I have been apologizing for everything and I'm really sorry about it. But we're not saying sorry,
We're not
girl.
sorry. If anything that we mentioned, you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad. Like, I've been doing that. No, that's not what this episode is. It's not a shameful environment at all. Like, it's literally just, okay, now we're moving forward. This is new information. Like, it's literally a lack of like education on these things, and like you're gonna shame yourself because you didn't know them. Goodbye.
Yeah. But hello, because anyone's welcome here. I also just want to say, like, this is going to be fun. Like, we just want to make it fun around here, and it's going to be okay. And we just wanted you to know that you're really hot. Like, you're the hottest girl ever. And just by trying your best every day, like, no one expects you to be perfect. You shouldn't expect yourself to be perfect.
That's like what being human is. That's like what my therapist told me. She's like, literally the difference between humans and robots is that humans are not perfect. That's like the most beautiful thing about being human, is that we're not perfect and we make mistakes all the time. And it's like this constant path of like evolving and learning and course correcting and making the same mistake over and over again until one day it just clicks.
Seriously. And as a hot girl that you are, if you experience anything in your life that you wish you knew more about, if you experience anything that you just wish you had better advice for, our DMs are always open. We love your feedback. We love hearing the questions that you're experiencing in your life, because it just helps us know better what we need to talk about and what we need to address sooner rather than later.
Totally.
And sooner rather than later, we need to stop saying sorry. Okay. Love you guys so much.
Love
you. Sweet dreams. Say your affirmations. You're beautiful. You're a baddie. And don't forget to have a dance party if you didn't have one with us earlier.
Dance party every day.
Live, laugh, love. Mwah. Okay,
Cheers.
bye. I just miss you already. I don't want to.
I know. I don't want to hang up.
Should we just? What was your favorite part?
And then it just ends.
What was your favorite
hot girl habit?
Anyways, hot girl summer is gonna be so fun, especially since we're just having a hot girl year.
Hot girl life.
Okay, you hang up. No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
They're like, I stopped the video 10 minutes ago.
I know. I'm like, if you're still watching this, dance party.
Yeah.